COPD, like you rightly mentioned, stands for chronic. So chronic would mean something that is long-term, something that doesn't just come and go, it stays with you. Obstructive pulmonary disease. So pulmonary would mean that it involves the lungs, and obstructive would mean that it blocks the lungs in some way. It prevents you from taking a breath as freely as one would like to. This usually happens as a culmination of damages caused to the lung due to different reasons. So that damage could be cigarette smoke, for example. So it's one of the commonest respiratory diseases that you would see in an individual who has smoked cigarettes at some point of time, or smoked tobacco in any form at some point of time in their lives. It can be caused by pollution. It can be caused by other exposures, work exposures, which irritate the lungs. So what essentially happens is that you have the tubes of the lung through which air goes into the lungs. Those tubes itself can get a little blocked. They can produce a lot of mucus, as you rightly described. So a person who's chronically coughing up mucus, that could be one of the symptoms. And eventually these tubes of the lung reach a point where air and blood come together, and oxygen from the air enters our blood. And that part can also get damaged, which means that whenever our body's need for oxygen increases, for example, when we're walking fast, when you're climbing stairs, when you're trying to do any strenuous activity, your lungs simply aren't able to deliver that amount of oxygen, and the person ends up feeling breathless. So this is why chronic mucus secretion and shortness of breath or breathlessness tend to be the two main symptoms of this disease.